and you get, a double kill, and you're like, that's sweet, but at the same time, you get that, shoes on the other foot, you're fucked,
Hopefully they change the Needler, which is pretty much the
most dominant
weapon in the game. I mean, come on now, it's a handgun, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, hopefully, to see them use a new engine on this one.
I believe they have used a new engine.
They took everything apart.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, just because the fact that, you could tell the Halo engine was showing its age compared to everything else that was coming out. So, I mean, honestly, with me, with Halo 3, honestly, if they would have just put Halo 2 on Xbox 360 graphics, I think that would have made everybody happy.
I'm waiting for 1, 2, and 3, just classic. All three of them come out and just,
Yeah, they'll probably make a box set or something like that.
They did it before, but that was before 3 came out.
Right.
Nobody wanted it because they're like, why have all these games?
Right.
Exactly.
But I mean, I'm probably looking forward to is the character classes. I don't really like the jetpack feature of it, but I do like the fact that you can finally sprint in the game.
And Halo 3 is one of the only multiplayer games where you can actually be a girl too. So for all you female gamers out there, they're actually considering considering you in this game. So be happy and buy this game.
But I think it's gonna be cool because they're trying to make the whole single player kind of a little bit more, just instead of it being straight storyline, it's gonna kind of branch off a little bit more.
Right, which you don't get in a lot of games today. I mean, a lot of games today are mostly multiplayer. I've talked to these guys about it all the time, that, it's hard to find a game where you have a good storyline that, at least takes you about 9 hours to beat. I mean,
well, unless you're buying like an RPG like Mass Effect, that game took me 20 hours, and it was just straightforward single player.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to this, and hopefully Bungie
doesn't fuck anything up.
Makes their final masterpiece of Halo.
You can go ahead.
Well, did you guys remember the beta for Halo 3?
Yeah.
Anybody did?
Yeah.
Remember how people took off school to go to it, and they found out it was delayed 2 days? So everybody was really pissed off. Yeah. But I just hope that they actually come out with it on the 3rd, and I hope it's just as good as the second one and the third one.
The only thing I think that they really need to worry about is just with every Halo game, it's a love-hate thing.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure, people fall in love with that game. They'll play the game for about 3 months straight. Then you've got other games coming out where you just break. You
always go back to it though.
You do always go back to it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that sometimes I was at my highest peak in the game, and just like any other game, it gets boring after a while. I mean. Yeah, I mean, when, you're sponsored to play the game, you do got to play it now and then,
For sure.
But, it still gets boring. I mean, you've got other games, like Call of Duty or whatever, that you can just pick up and play. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I think that Halo has its, really disadvantage of, is it does get boring.
Yeah, the only other thing bad about Halo is, you could be at your highest peak of your game, and, all it takes is that one loss, and you're just you're down.
Now, what do you guys think the level cap's going to be? Halo 2 and 3 both hit 50. Well, Halo 2 was the ring. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm guessing it was 50, but what do you guys think it's going to be for this one?
I think they'll try to step their game up, maybe put it to 55 or 60 just to make it, harder.
Maybe, even Prestige.
I mean,
over,
you've even seen that with, WoW and, Call of Duty 4 where, they expanded.
Borderlands, for sure.
They've expanded, with all their DLC and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that, within the first couple months of beta and the release, actually, we're going to see some DLC for some maps, maybe some new guns or something like that. You never know. I mean, that's Halo for you. So
okay, ups and downs, maybe? Anything you want to add for ups and downs of it?
Ups and downs, let's just hope that, it has a better release than Halo 3.
And let's just hope that people think it's better than ODST.
Yeah,
because if they don't,
I was disappointed when I went to my GameStop, and I was pretty much one of the only people there for ODST. The campaign for that game was amazing, and that's pretty much all.
ODST for sure.
All it was the campaign. I mean,
it was one of my favorites.
I hate the fact that people were like, "Oh."
To me, it was better than the Halo 3 campaign.
Halo 2's was the worst, in my opinion.
Yeah. And the thing that kills me is people like, "Oh, well, Firefight's not that fun," and blah blah blah, and it's it's not made to be a campaign game. I mean,
I had a blast playing Firefight.
Yeah, I mean, Firefight's cool, but I mean
what's the coolest thing about ODST is you didn't have to hear about the goddamn flood.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flood can go fuck themselves.
Seriously
And that's one good thing about Reach
ass.
is they brought back the elites to being the bad guys. And you know, they're like super badass in this game.
Right.
Except for you go back to not being able to understand them, which I don't know how the hell the Covenant could speak English, you know, in the second one, but not the first one.
It's just like a movie. Oh, thank God we invented that thing to understand them.
Right,
you know?
right, but
with us talking about, you know, new games coming out, what's your guys' what are you most looking forward to this year coming out on any console?
I'm gonna have to go with Crysis 2 or Halo. Crysis 2 looks. They just actually did a thing for CryEngine 3. Looks amazing. They got, you know, one of the best.
Are they gonna charge another $300 to get that video card put in?
Well, it's good thing is it's coming out for console, so you know, don't have to worry about that. It's supposed to come out this year. Supposed to. I don't know if that's going to.
I mean, it's pretty sad when they hype up that game so much with it being. I mean, the closest game you could get to being console worthy on a PC with the best graphics, and you haven't even heard about it until now.
Well, so. Crysis is just—it's unbelievable.
Like Huxley.
Yeah.
Well, Huxley was.
Hey, it's still coming out.
It already came out, but it's Unreal Tournament pretty much.
Yeah.
It's you know, but it's made by a Korean company, which I don't know where the fuck that came from, but
yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to? I mean, your game already came out, so I mean, what else?
I mean, I was looking forward to Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I actually still have not played it. Just, you know, kind of waiting on money-wise to get it. I might just borrow it, and, you know. But, I'm actually looking forward to the new UFC game coming out this month.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm also excited to Red Dead Redemption also.
Got delayed, but who the hell cares?
Yeah, I mean...
There's so many games coming out, it's like, you know...
I mean, that game's gonna break... That's gonna set new standards for a sandbox shooter. I mean, it's the first of its kind, and I think it's gonna do really well.
Yeah, I mean, I love Red Dead Revolver, and I'm glad that Rockstar finally decided to make another one with the unsuccessful of Gun, which EA just was like, we're gonna make a Western game because
EA took over. That's the answer. But
I mean, it got caught between that period of the Xbox and the 360 coming out, so they're like, oh well, let's just make the graphics somewhat better. Yeah. Ride a horse.
Yeah. Beat this level. Alright, beat this level.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, my question is, quarter one, what do you think the best game was this year?
Quarter one.
I didn't even get to say mine.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll come back to it. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, the two games I'm looking actually for coming out is, I'd probably have to say the first one is Epic Mickey, just because it's, you know, it's a game first of its kind. I'm actually excited because Game Informer actually got news that it might be a multi-console platform game, so I don't have to get it on the shitty Wii.
Yeah.
And I can get on a 360 just like everything else.
Yeah.
It looks pretty dark. Really interested in it. Cool concept.
I'm surprised that Disney's actually going this way. Yeah. Breaking off from Kingdom Hearts. You know?
The creator seems really crazy about the game. I would probably have to say the other game is a toss-up between the two. The one being...
New Castlevania? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not the new Castlevania.
We've been let down too many times.
The one being the new Tron game that's actually coming out for the movie.
Yeah,
I'm interested in that because the movie looks like it's going to be great. You know, they got Jeff Bridges, you know, to play Kevin Flynn, or I hope that's his first name. I can't remember. I just remember.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I have the fucking movie. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in that game. The other game, I would probably have to say L.A. Noire, just because I just saw it in Game Informer.
Forgot about that.
And you know, I'm not really quite sure when Mafia 2 is going to come out either.
E3, they're going to probably come out with some kind of
that's another game that, you know, was a good Xbox game that I'm glad they finally were like, okay, let's make a sequel. Also, you know, I'm looking forward to the future for Bully 2 is supposed to be in development soon. You know,
it was,
but